All right, question for you guys. What Titan would you choose to be if you had the choice?
I would be a gold-plated Titan, even though it's not one of the 9.
Oh, okay. I was thinking out of one of the 9. Out of the 9.
What she did me.
I'll be the cart Titan. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to be the cart Titan.
I actually want to be the Beast Titan. I mean, if you're going to be a Titan.
You want that much hair?
I do.
I don't think that anybody would appreciate that much hair.
I actually just because I
scream and I want people to do things for me.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be mean, I'm going to be mean.
I'll be the Attack Titan. Now, I don't want to be the one that's like in the front lines, like fighting like the Attack Titan or the Armor Titan or something. And the Jaw Titan eats everything.
I would be the Armor Titan, I think, if I had to choose.
Yeah, I'd say Beast too. I'll be different. I'll say
he looks so fit, and it's something I would love to look like at least once in my lifetime.
I'll be the Colossal.
There you go.
Slow moving, but crushed.
Well, I'm already the Colossal, but I just go. Oh,
I want a Colossal burger.
Donuts.
Yeah, so we're really liking Reiner's story so far, and welcome back, guys. Storm here.
Tom here.
Kimmy here.
And I'm getting worried about Reiner because he is going against Marley a bit. He does have confliction inside, which he has shown many times before. His family doesn't like it. Gabby questioned, are those others, like, are they devils? Are they, are all of them devils? And, her or his aunt really got upset at that. So, yeah. And now it seems like the Marleys are questioning, when they were listening in, when they were talking.
And they're everywhere. Got to be careful.
No privacy.
No privacy, and it's just not good. And Reiner really has a lot of good bonds with people. Like, he has a lot of, even with the kids, they really look up to him. It's really sad. I mean, this whole thing is just...
If you think about it, too, with their officers listening in on their elite, Titans, because that goes to show that there really is no trust at all.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, they kind of have good reason for it because, they're kind of saying some things that are going to go against them.
And they're forcing them to do something that, deep down inside, originally they didn't want to do. And they're feared. They're fearful.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy what words and power can do, But, okay, you guys ready?
Ready.
Yes, let's do it.
We're watching on Crunchyroll, episode 462 on Crunchyroll, but really it's season 4, episode 3.
Really?
462, just to get the right one. He looks a little bit like Aaron.
A little bit.
That's so sweet. He went to see him.
Yeah.
Or a soldier.
Just to see more come together.
It's just so weird to see their both perspectives and
we actually feel for both sides, like to see, actually more information on.
Well, I'm starting to feel bad more for Reiner because now you're starting to see the struggle that he went through.
Yes.
Yeah, and he was never enough, or, his mom even kept telling him that we're nothing, like we're crap, we're Eldian blood, and
I know.
we have to be there, to show that we are loyal.
Yes.
And it's just awful. And he's been told that all his life.
That's right. His father didn't even want to see him. How dare you? Don't even come near me.
Well, because I think the relationship that his father and mother had probably wasn't a legitimate one. And if they found out, then him and his family would have been disgraced and probably hung or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's really sad, and Reiner really was excited to see his father. Yeah, so it's just a very sad existence.
Yeah, and he was so proud now that he is, the chosen one, and he wanted to just, he just thought his father would be proud, and that would be good enough.
Well, because he was like, we're an honorary, Marleyan now, so we can all live together, and that was not the way it was going to happen.
No, and it was just a dream that would never come true.
Yeah, so he has, a really sad life. And seeing him so young with Annie Bernhold and his brother, Marcel, like, he...
And even Annie beat the sense into him,
Yeah, because, Reiner is very good at manipulating. Like, his mom she manipulated too in her way, and she constantly kept telling him that he has to do this because we're nothing and you got to prove that we're something and show our loyalty. So he's already, like, brainwashed about that. And here, Marcel, like, him actually saying that and crying and telling him that, you weren't supposed to be the chosen warrior.
That's right.
That's my brother.
Yeah, and he was trying to protect his brother. I took that as he wanted to do something he thought was right for the people because of their mom always saying, that we're nothing. You guys have to do something and be,
You talking about Marcel or you talking about Reiner?
Well, with Marcel, I mean, like, when he was just like, he wanted, he was trying to protect Reiner, right?
Yes.
He
was trying to push
thing.
it and give an argument that he can be.
Yeah, and Marcel did the same thing to Reiner, what Reiner's trying to do about Gabby to Falco.
Yes, to Falco, exactly.
So he's trying to pawn it off and make Falco feel like he deserves it when he's really just
not
trying
the
to
best
protect
candidate.
Gabby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a selfish act.
It is.
I mean, it's a good cause on his part, but he's putting one of his friends, he's changing one of his friends' lives permanently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he is doing the exact same thing. You're right. So, so I wasn't sure, like, why he was just confessing that right at that moment. I don't know if he was just saying that because Reiner was questioning their motives in a way, like, because Marcel, I think he was when you said, well, are you regretting or questioning us killing the devils? And then he confessed.
It seems like Reiner has always been struggling with what's right, what's wrong, and that's why he gets pummeled a lot when he was younger. Mm-hmm. Because everybody else sees it as this is what we're told, this is what's right, this is what's wrong. To think outside the box is not the way we do things.
Yeah, and he uses manipulation in his words a lot, just like how he was brought up, because even turning it back on Bernholt and Annie, saying that, like, oh, well, if I just get eaten, which is crazy, so you're bestowed this amazing honor, and if you don't do your job right, okay, in 13 years you're going to die anyways, a horrific death by getting eaten by the next, and here, like, oh, but you can get eaten before that, because if you're just crap and don't do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get eaten by someone else and take your powers. I'm like, that really freaking sucks. So here, Reiner's, like, manipulating Annie, and he's speaking truths too, but he's saying, like, if you guys go back, you're probably going to get eaten too because you ran away or whatever. And
now, when Eren is in Titan form and every now and again the other Titans attack him, do you think that they're just doing it blindly, or do you think they're actually going for his power?
I don't know if we've ever actually been told why, and I'm sure you guys will let us know, so thank you, but that's a good question, I think. I mean, I think maybe they did say something a while ago because they're drawn to certain, like, probably the 9. Yeah, maybe they unconsciously want the power and don't know what they're doing.
Well, like, sometimes they'll, when a scream is heard, they'll obey.
Yeah.
And then other times, if they're struggling and there's a chance that they're going to die, you see them all go for the Titan.
Yeah, because early on,
they all try to devour. Yeah,
because so I'm wondering if maybe it's like a protection instinct to not to lose one of the 9. Let's someone try to eat him so that they can save it, kind of thing.
Maybe, yeah, because it was
just a random thought I had.
Yeah, it was a big struggle early on when Eren was learning his powers and his friends were trying to distract and kill other
when
pure
he got
Titans.
Damaged pretty well is when he got attacked. So I don't know if that was like an instinct. Okay,
he was getting attacked even when he wasn't really damaged, though. Like, they would come out of nowhere and just attack him early on from a lot of
true.
So, but I don't know. Because they do get drawn to them, so maybe it's just because they're drawn and that's all they know.
They do.
What to do
I think it's just a random thing. I don't think
they just like to eat everything because that's all they do.
Yeah, because they're not as intelligent. Yeah,
and it's so gross that they have to eat, but they don't digest. It's just such a waste and
destroy.
so brutal. It's awful, but Yeah, I really feel
children.
bad for Reiner, and him and Annie and Bernhold actually living in Mount Maria and learning to be one of the devils. They really did form attachments.
But
even though
Annie, even from being herself to, being in the Devil's Lounge or what you want to call it, she still has a horrible attitude no matter what side she's on.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of interior
A lot of anger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Even her off on the side when they were younger, and they're talking about gaining those powers, and she's just stepping on the insects, right? Like they looked, and she was just stomping on.
She's keeping her thoughts to herself, but she's just acting on these innocent ants just to let it out a little bit.
Yeah, she just keeps
and she had nothing to
cool
say.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She was there in earshot, but she had nothing to say.
Yeah, yeah. So sometimes that can be dangerous, when someone's not speaking up, because then they get explosive, But I want to go back to Reiner's mom, and I apologize because last episode I kept saying aunt, and that's only because we saw her as mom before, and then we're reading a lot too, so sometimes even though we do look up and we watch the animation, absolutely, but when you're going back and forth with reading subtitles and then watching that, I kind of thought in that moment when the uncle was there that was the aunt, because I think Gabby said aunt.
Yes,
and that's why I was like.
And then I saw the name Katrina. So Gabby's aunt was his mom.
Yeah,
right.
And so I know a lot of you are so kind, but please take it with a grain of salt, because we really do try. And honestly, we sometimes watch 2 episodes back to back, and we're a little ahead by the time these hit YouTube. So we eventually catch up, and we figure it out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But so. It's just really sad. I really care for Reiner, and just seeing their perspectives on their experiences and what they went through.
Oh yeah,
and how they were conditioned.
They were, and Reiner, being someone that was conditioned not only environmentally but also his mom. So she's really ingraining in him that he has to do this, and he has to honor, their family, and for him to do that. And just be crushed with his father's response was just, it's terrible.
But I also think, too, with all the experience that he has, especially living amongst the devils, that, he's seen both sides of it. And I think he's very conflicted as to what is truly right.
Mm-hmm.
And Bernhold even knocking down the wall, and you can see that he was mortified, because I think he was also questioning are we making the right choice, because you hear the screaming and the smiling Titan comes through.
It was almost like he did it because he was told to do it, or he had to do it, but then he realized what his actions actually caused by seeing all these other mindless Titans coming in, and he knows that they don't have any control over it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think once he saw them starting to walk in, he realized, what the hell did I just do?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then you have to think about, okay, Paradise, we know what happens to these Titans that have no control over it. These were just human beings that were, in their own trial and tribulations, they became a Titan. They didn't want to. So everyone is a victim. And he's probably thinking in his, in his own mind at that time, like, oh my God, everyone's a victim here. And look what I'm doing. I'm part of the problem, but, you don't dare question outside your mind, because, then you'll have they'll turn a cheek on you, and they'll take you down, and he can't do anything about it. And this is where Reiner is right now.
I mean, Aaron, a couple episodes ago when he was looking at that fallen Titan, and he just had so much remorse there, or just pity, where he was just they left it alone. They didn't kill it or anything because they know it was a pure Titan. So they don't have any choice. So it's really sad. It's a sad existence, and to just be sentenced to that, and you're just going to be off eating whatever.
It's a fate worse than death, really.
Yeah, because you have no control over it. You yourself is dead, unless like Ymir, you just wake up and you eat someone with those powers, which still sucks, and you have to die in 13 years anyways, and the whole thing's just.
So Ymir was just in the right place at the right time then.
Yeah, she was in hibernation and just got triggered by them being there. Yeah, good show. Crazy. Man, can't wait to watch more. You want to see more of Aaron in that group? Oh, and
I haven't seen them in a while.
We didn't talk about really quick with Kenny. He saw his daughter.
That's right.
And you got it with the strength, right? When she kicked the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that officially makes her his daughter. Mm-hmm. She's an Ackerman. He's an Ackerman. And they are super strong.
Yes, they are.
Right? So,
That's right. And he was kind of impressed.
Yeah, he wasn't even he didn't flinch or anything. He's like, oh, okay.
Rebellious years, he said.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's how he was when he was a kid. And Levi. Man. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.